Hey guys, me Adrian, and I'm just gonna let you know a little secret: how to make a film for $700. Yes, it is possible. Yes, it is easy. No, I'm just kidding. It's probably the hardest thing you're ever gonna do in your life. But how to create a film for $700? Okay, I'm just gonna summarize everything, and maybe if you guys like this video or are intrigued, I'll do more of them and explain all my process because this was a 1.5 years worth of time, knowledge, just a lot of stuff. And well, first of all, write a script. I was using Final Draft, and I think I ended up using Celtex because I don't remember why. But it doesn't matter which one you use. Just write a script, and don't tell me you're not a script writer. Don't tell me I don't know how to write a script. I don't know. Yes, you do. If you tell jokes to someone, if you tell a story to someone, if you tell whatever, you talk to people, you know how to tell stories. Maybe you suck at it, but you're gonna find out. We don't know. You're gonna find out. Okay. So here's another example. This is the script for The Gardens Keeper. I'm talking as if it's a big film, right? It's not. So if someone who knows how to write scripts read this, they're gonna be like, "What the hell? This is crap. This is not formatted. This is not blah 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 blah." I don't care. I'm not selling it. I'm doing it. This is just so people can read it, and um, surprisingly, everyone understood it. There weren't any questions when we were filming about what they were supposed to do, what they were supposed to say, and with what kind of feeling they were supposed to say it. So just write it. Write whatever you want. Practice makes perfect. This is not my first feature film that I wrote. This was the first one that I liked enough to make a low budget film about it, but more on that later. Here is a few of the ones that I wrote before. Some are some are commercials, some are short films, some music videos. And one is a feature film. It's around here somewhere. They're all repeated, but I whatever. I don't care. Just like a movie. You see a lot and you think it's a lot, but it's not. It's movie magic. So write the script however you want. Just don't take more than 2 or 3 months. You're not gonna make your first film. It's not gonna be the shitsness. Okay, it's gonna be probably a crappy film. It was said to me by a Mexican film director that has had successful films out in movie theaters in all of Mexico. He told me, "This is what people are gonna think of your first film. It sucks. Here's what people are gonna think about your second film. It sucks. Here's what people are gonna think about your third film. Hmm, it's getting better, but it still sucks. Here's what people are gonna think about your fourth film. Hey, this one isn't that bad. Here's what people are gonna think about your fifth film. Hey, these films are getting better. They're all right now." So that was that was advice that changed my life from one of Mexico's top directors. Anyways, uh, with that in mind, I was not afraid to fail making this film. So that was a huge part in of uh, that helped me make this film. So think think like that. Think like it. Yeah, there are some directors that make their first feature film and it's amazing and they win awards and blah 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 blah. Just write a script. If it sucks, throw it away. Do another one until you have one that you like. For me, it was listening to Celldweller. I don't know if you guys heard of him, but to me, he's an amazing artist. He makes a lot of instrumental music, so there's no one singing on the tracks most of the time, and it really just inspired me. And I finished like 30 to 40 pages in one night, thanks to his music, thanks to Two Steps from Hell also. And find something that works for you, but finish a script, do it fast, and your work of art, your first film won't be a work of art. Just try and get better every time. Just try and get. Next film I'm gonna be better. Never do the same thing twice. Always make it better. Learn from the first film. Learn from the first mistakes and do it better the next time. Um, okay, how to make a film with $700? Obviously, you're not gonna pay anyone. Why? You're not even gonna pay yourself, so don't be a fucking greedy bastard. You're not paying anyone, you're not paying yourself. So, if everyone's gonna do it for the love of filmmaking. Make it so that's friends, reliable friends, because there are people that are not gonna be reliable on this shoot. Even though it was a feature film, I wanted the less people on set as possible, and I was making people wear various hats, which they didn't complain about. They were just like, okay, I like that too, because it wasn't like you're gonna do wardrobe, and the guy was like, I hate wardrobe. No, it was more like, hey, dude, you're gonna be producing? Could you help out with art? He was like, yeah, awesome, I love art. Okay, perfect. Just one cameraman, which he wasn't even a cameraman. He was everything. He was my second half, you could say, because he was in on everything. He was sometimes he was camera, sometimes he was boom, sometimes he was helping with shots. Sometimes, I mean, everything was he was in everything. But we lost him half of the filming because he got sick, and we were filming in the middle of nowhere, and he went back to the city because we were like an hour and a half from the city. Get reliable friends and family to help. Also, if friends can help, like in filming, they can help with. I've said this a lot on all my other videos. Ask friends if you could use their locations, their businesses, whatever. If they have anyone that can lend you a location, just don't fuck anything up. But other than that, do it because it's gonna give you production value. One of the only reasons I shot in Mexico is because of all the people I know and all the places I could get and all the places I could still get to shoot other films that are free and that add production value. So that's a really, really important part of making a film for $700. Get anything you can uh, from family, for friends, anything you can from them, location wise. And your crew. Well, we already covered my crew. It was myself as DP director. It was Ricardo as a cameraman, also helped with the lighting and like a second DP, and Pedro, who was producer and art whenever he could. Most of the time, he spent it planning the next day while I was out shooting. Biggest mistake I did in this film, and I urge you not to do it. Trust me, I was warned. I didn't listen to my friend. My friend, he's he's an amazing guy. He's an amazing director. He's an amazing editor. He told me he already shot 4 feature films with a friend of his. He told me, you have 6 characters in your film. It's way too many. Kill them off all at the start or near the start. Way too many. You're gonna go crazy. I did end up killing 2 of them before they even made the cut, uh, because reasons, and I still had 4, and he told me 4. Okay, it's still too much. You're gonna go crazy. Not as crazy as 6. It's better, but trust me, don't have four actors at the same time and the same scenes and everything. You're gonna go crazy. I did go crazy. Next movie I'm shooting is gonna be one, max 2 characters, two principal characters at the same time. It's just, don't do it. Just do a loner kind of guy. Do a Taken kind of movie. Do a road trip kind of movie. I don't know. Just don't have a lot of actors, because if you're not paying them, and even if you are paying them, there's not a lot of people who live off acting, so they have a job and they won't be able to skip their job for 2 weeks to film your movie. They won't. You won't get quality actors that way. Okay, so onto the equipment. What did we have on set? What did we work with? Okay, camera, Blackmagic Pocket camera. It was a Blackmagic Pocket camera. It's it cost me $500 when they had a big sale. Right now it's around $1,000. It's an amazing camera. Really, if someone, this just pisses me off. People say it's a bad camera. There's a lot of negative things to it. Well, there's a lot of positive things to it. One, it's super small. You can do the setups very, very fast. Yeah, the battery drains pretty fast, but hey, I mean, if you have a few batteries, we only had one battery, but we had a car charger, so everything was okay for a while. We had two 32 GB memory cards. We shot everything raw. At that time, you could only shoot 6 minutes of raw. I think they compressed it a little bit more, and now it's 9 minutes of raw per 32 gigs. So we used that 2 memory cards for raw, and the lenses we had a Tokina 11 to 16, which is the main one we used. Other than that, I just used Minolta 28, 35, and 58 for most of the film. It was old lenses I had. You could probably buy them off eBay for probably $50 to $70, all of them, for all those three except the Tokina. And we didn't use an external monitor. That sucked, but hey, you know what? We did everything faster, and we did what we had to do faster. The audio to a Tascam DR40, which is a I was very happy with the audio. Very, 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 very happy with the audio. And it, I mean, you're probably thinking, hey, you didn't film it with $700. Yeah, $700. The I bought the Tascam open box, and it was like $150. The two memory cards for the camera were $100, 50 each. So there you have $250. I was still left with $450 for everything else, including the mask I bought for the gardener and the jumpsuit. But hey, guess what? When I bought that, the mask was $60, and the jumper was like another $80. It was like 160. Yeah, it was supposed to be $160. But you know what? I just like another tip. If you have a friend who's good at bargaining stuff, take him with you whenever you buy anything. He got everything down to $60. The mask, the jumper, and like almost all of the gardener's attire, he got it down to $60. That was amazing. I bought him lunch after that because he saved me a lot of money. So again, this friend, he helped me out throughout the whole filming. Not He wasn't there, but before the filming and after the filming, he was there with anything that I needed. I think he even gave me like $50 extra at the end of the filming because I needed it for I don't remember what. But he was with me through all of it, and that's the kind of friends you need for you to help you. That's pretty much all we use. We used a fog machine for the film, and super important. Um, don't be afraid to modify your script. Modify it because you need to finish the film. Do it. Just finish it. And this is the worst part ever, the editing. After we finished the film, the editing was just horrible. I don't like editing, even though I used to work as an editor. Done with it. I was done with editing. I didn't want to edit my own film. I didn't want to sync my own film, and I didn't want to organize my own film. And worst of all, I used Avid. I like Avid. I really liked Avid, but learning a new system and syncing and doing all that stuff, it was just crazy for me. But I do recommend Avid. I graded everything in DaVinci, and I think it looks wonderful. All of it looks wonderful. It doesn't look like crap. It doesn't look like it was done with $750 or $700. It looks like it was done probably with a few $1,000s. Oh, now I remember something very interesting. What did I do for food? Food is the most important thing. Why? Because if your actors or you don't eat, you die. It's a normal thing in life. You die if you don't eat. So, good thing is I have an uncle who gave us all the food for 2 weeks. He is one of the executive producers of the film. If you buy the film or if you get to check out the film, you will see he is one of the executive producers. The other executive producer, he lent us the locations. Well, the biggest location, and that's how I got the food. But my backup plan, because you always need to prepare for the worst. That's super super important. Don't plan for good things. Plan for the worst things ever. Worst case scenario. Everything. Just plan for the best case scenario. If something different happens, it's better. So you don't have to adapt because it's better. It's just something. Oh yeah, it's better. But if the worst case scenario happens, you already plan for it. Because when I started the film, when I started the budgeting of the film, I was planning all types of scenarios, and it was way too much work. I was going crazy. And my uncle, the one who gave us all the food, he was like, just plan for the worst case scenario. If something good happens, you're just gonna be like, it's something good. It's better. So it's just gonna be better than what you thought was gonna happen. So that's always good. It's gonna make your day. And when I started planning, for the worst case scenario, I had more free time and I was less stressed, like way less stressed. So I already was planning for the worst case scenario if I didn't have money for the food, because I knew that the food and money, it normally it's a lot. Even if you go like a cheap route, it's a lot of money for the food. So I was planning on telling my friends that own restaurants, my cousins, my friends, my uncles, anyone who owns a restaurant that I know, if they could like sponsor me 3 days of food or 4 days of food. If I get like 3 days from one, 3 days from the other one, that's 6 days, and I only have like 4 more days that I need to get money to buy that food. So it's getting everything cheaper, or making the money last longer. So that's another important thing. Just, I mean, try and use everything you have to make your film, and thank them, give them a free copy, whatever you want to do, so they can do it again. So, anyways, going back to the post production, I edited almost all of it on Avid. I finished it in Final Cut Pro 7 because that is my tool of choice. Why? Because I know almost everything there is to know about Final Cut Pro 7, and I needed to finish the film, and I needed to do some stuff quick. So I went back to it just near the end of the film. I graded everything on DaVinci Resolve, which I love. It's amazing. Once I got the hang of it, I just loved it. And now they have an editing feature on it, and it's pretty amazing. Sadly, when I finished editing the film, like the next week, they premiered that, so I couldn't try it out with the film, but I did try it out with a commercial, and it's just, I mean, the ability to edit and color correct right there and export, that for me was just like a time saver and more organized, and I just loved it. And no, Blackmagic is not paying me to say this. I just really love Blackmagic and their cameras and their stuff and their software. And right now I'm trying to sell the film. Distribution. Oh, distribution. I think I can't cover distribution on this video, because I could probably talk about distribution for a few hours. It's just so much info out there. There's good info, bad info, amazing websites, not so amazing websites. I've been researching distribution for a while. Distribution in Mexico and the States, it's totally different, two different beasts. And I think this is gonna be for a topic for another video. So guys, if you have any questions, if you think I'm full of bullshit, if you think I suck, or if you want to check out the film, let me know. If you have any questions, if you want to talk about your projects, if you need help, comment or write me a message. If you could do me a big favor, just comment what else would you like to know about how to make a low budget film. If I left anything out that you're interested in or you're having trouble with, or maybe I can help you a little bit creatively with how to solve your problems or your filming problems, let me know. Hope you guys like the video. See you next time, and just comment if you want me to make another one about anything regarding making a feature film.